Hello, we're back for another episode. Today we're going to be discussing Young Justice and how it needs a third season. We have the Superboy fanboy.
What's up, guys?
I'm DC lover of all kinds. Takes Aquaman like a champ. I'm the Marvel asshole. I'm the factual one. Let's face it. But today we're going to be discussing why Young Justice definitely needed a third season.
As everyone knows about Young Justice, it's one of the best animated shows that was created by the DC animated universe. Started because we all know the same universe that created Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series, Batman Beyond, Justice League, and Justice League Unlimited, and the Brave and the Bold,
and an unlimited amount of freaking Justice Leagues Unlimited, etc., so forth.
Exactly. Young Justice was a show that was created based off the comic book of the younger sidekicks of some of our greatest superheroes in the DC universe.
Try to give them a name, you know. You hate being second chord all the time.
Yep. They were sick and tired of being, of course, as everyone knows, they were sick and tired of just being sidekicks. They wanted to make their own team. And ultimately, Batman and the rest of the Justice Leaguers decided to tell the sidekicks, okay, you want your own team? You want your own missions? Fine. But you do it on our terms.
The whole terms thing sucks, though, honestly. But I get it. Anyway, my only complaint about this entire series is the rendition of Robin that's constantly used. I get it. I'm not going to complain. There's a lot of fanboys to it. The one thing I think should, no matter what happened, is it should be reestablished with Nightwing.
Which I understand. I find it completely understandable. He was in season 2. But one of the few things I like about the series is the fact that Aqualad was the leader of the team and not Robin.
You racist.
Oh, hush.
You like wet things?
No, I just like the fact that the sidekick is actually better than his mentor.
Better than his mentor, really?
Yep.
You're going to step across that line.
Yeah, I'm stepping across that line. He ain't no fish talker.
At least Robin's willing to kill someone. Anyway.
Ooh.
Let's go ahead and step beyond those lines. There's a lot of reasons this should actually be continued. I mean, number one, it had a huge fan base, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it did. The show did have a huge fan base.
Its storylines, great.
Absolutely, because especially with finding out about Artemis and her connections with some of the villains, including Cheshire and Sportsmaster.
I actually enjoyed Blue Beetle myself. I think this was a great rendition.
Sammy Reyes was awesome, especially during the second season in the Invasion, where he found out his connection with the Reach.
Yep, but the main reasons he should probably be redone is these characters were never given better establishment until now. A lot of people didn't understand who they were or their whole hold on this thing. Like later on, Speedy changes his name so many times.
From Red Arrow to Arsenal. Yeah.
But he's an overall great character.
Well, personally, I also wanted to cap off with Superman's personal relationship or non-relationship with Superboy, because of the fact that he was a clone, as everyone knows he was. He was found by Robin, Aqualad, and Kid Flash in the invasion of Catamus. Because originally Superboy was created to either destroy Superman or replace him as a mole inside the Justice League. But ultimately they found him and they rescued him and they deprogrammed him. So Superman was kind of felt uncomfortable being around Superboy because of the fact that the reason why he was created, until Batman had to have the talk with him.
The talk, the birds and the bees.
Well, that and he talked about listen, the kid wants to have a connection with you as a father, to the point that Superman ended up giving him a name, which is Kon-El.
Yeah. You ever figure that if those two kissed, it would be like kind of like Yuffie?
Ew.
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 Anyway, just I don't mind some Yuffie. I kiss myself. Anyway.
Only you find yourself attractive.
Everybody's got a redeeming quality. Anyhow, in the end, like he said, Superboy's great. I actually like this rendition of Superman, actually. His voice, the way his stance was. I don't really get the whole standoffish part, because every time Superman's ever been introduced to a clone / anybody, he's always given him an outright chance first off. So I was a little confused by that, but I'm not going to argue the fact that it made it interesting.
Of course.
But there's a lot left that these people could do. I mean, they got some great characters, and they could branch off too if they really wanted to.
Oh, and to see the Justice Leaguers the Young Justice guys get owned by Black Canary in a fight was awesome to see.
Yes, it was. But in the future, I mean, there'd be a lot of great things they could do. I mean, there was no reason to stop this series. Not at all. And I think it was a dumb move by DC, honestly.
Well, can you tell they actually went with it, the direction they went when they decided to go with Teen Titans Go, and you see why it was dumb.
Yeah.
They turned it into a comedy.
It's okay to have comedy in something like this, but
it'd be the central basis of your show.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Not worth the time. Anyway, they are redoing the whole, Titans.
Yes, they are. I'm personally, it's like I said, when I found out about the new Titan show, include the live action show, including they're not going to do some of the characters, including Beast Boy will not be in it, but they'll have Hawk and Dove. I personally did not have a problem with it because of the fact that they're going with a different route with the show. Everybody wants a live action version of the TV show, of the animated show, and I have to tell people this. One, Beast Boy was not originally a Teen Titan. They just added him to the animated show.
Comedy.
Exact comedy relief, along with Cyborg. Cyborg will be coming later. And plus, honestly, he doesn't really need to be on the show because not only will he be in the Justice League, he's going to have his own movie.
Yeah, so let's not get into repetition and say Batman, Superman, and constantly do the same thing. I agree with that idea. Let's do something new. That's where DC falters, and I think it's time they step up and start showing all this other branch of characters they have out there. I'm glad about the Shazam shit coming out.
Exactly. They already have The Rock cast as Black Adam.
I don't know how that's going to go over, but I do
he looks like Black Adam. He literally does.
Well, I didn't say anything about his look. But sometimes he's got some poor acting skills.
I mean, he's a decent actor outside of an action film, but
Action films he does just fine.
Yeah.
He's got that persona. But there's a few things I'm just worried about. But we'll go ahead and cap off with that. Thank you for showing as always. Please send us some comments. We don't care what it is about. Video games, movies, magazines, books, title series. We don't give a fuck.
Give us some fuck. Exactly. Just give us some topics that you want us to talk about, and we'll mention it on the video.
Or do a whole show about it.
Exactly.
Anyway, peace out.
Laters.